Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel and to another Culling the Collection video. Now believe it or not, this series is close to coming to an end. I have got one shelf that I will do today and then 2 or 3 more shelves after that, and that is it because I'm not going beyond the Blu-ray section. Not at the moment anyway, but plans could change. You never know, do you? We will see what happens. So anyway, so like I said, today I'm going to be taking a look here along this lot here. Seeing how time goes, I might do the entire shelf, both levels, but we shall see. So yeah, let's just get into it, shall we? So, as for collectibles on this shelf, the only item I've got is Blaster. Transformers. This was like a reissue that came out recently, 40th anniversary version. But it's that original toy. It's that again. And I don't collect Transformers toys per se. I mean, I've got... there's an Optimus Prime there behind me. I've got a couple of bits and pieces. I've got an Optimus Prime Lego build that I haven't done yet. But I don't really collect Transformers. But this toy, as a lad when I did collect Transformers and play with Transformers, I always loved the character of Blaster. He's the Autobot version of Soundwave, essentially. You know, a cassette, or a boombox in this case, and you get little tapes with him. Yeah, fantastic. So I got this because very much a nostalgia buy, because it was something I never had as a kid. Not a figure that I ever found here within the UK. So I'm making up for that now later on in life. However, I've not taken it out of the box. I'm happy just to have it in the box. But there we go. So let's begin on this shelf here. Let's get into whatever we can see. And yeah, so let's have a look. So first up, let me look. How shall I do this? How shall I do it? I don't know. I'm going to put these on the floor. So first up, a keeper, and it had a 4K release recently. Well, I say recently, the end of last year. But as I'm recording this, it's March. It's March, believe it or not, and I believe this is airing in August. So yeah, crazy. But anyway, so Trading Places, Dan Aykroyd, Eddie Murphy, a great film. This is the HMV Premium Edition that comes with the cards and all that malarkey. I don't see the need to upgrade this movie to 4K. It's a good movie, but does it need a 4K? No. Next up we have Twister. Obviously this year sees the release of the sequel, Twisters. Is that out yet? Has that been and gone by the time this is airing? Possibly, I don't know. I'm not sure of the release date of it. But is it just a sequel in name? I can't see how it can be anything else, really. But yeah, so the late Bill Paxton stars. It's a decent film. I don't like it as much as what a lot of other people do. Let's just say that. And then we have one that I haven't yet watched. It was £1.50. It was Nicolas Cage, and it was Tokarev. Yeah, I need to get round to that one. 2 films that I do like, which I find very funny. Ted 1 and 2. Mark Wahlberg. I like Mark Wahlberg. Seth MacFarlane directing, does the voice of Ted, obviously. Yeah, they're fun films. I like them, so they're not going anywhere. Now I see one that I can get rid of. No, I can't get rid of. I already got rid of it. And I was excited because it gave me £7 if I did, but I remember selling it already. And that is Universal Soldier 4K. Only it's not the 4K, I just kept the slip. It's the Blu-ray with inside. However, I could get rid of the Blu-ray because I have a 4K Steelbook version from Best Buy in America over there in the Steelbook section, which was a fantastic release. So I will keep a hold of that one for now, just because it forms part of the This is the 88 Films version of The Return, the sequel. Then we have Regeneration, which I do like a lot. And then we have Universal Soldier Day of Reckoning, which I don't get at all. I don't get how it fits into continuity or anything. Now, here we have, still sealed, a Blu-ray grey edition release that was available over in Spain or wherever of True Lies, which, I mean, I know that in April, within a month's time, this is out on 4K. So yeah, that will be replaced with a 4K when that comes to pass. Then we have a bootleg of a movie that I would recommend anyone go watch if you've got Disney Plus. That is Togo with Willem Dafoe. Seriously, go and watch this movie. It is fantastic. It's a travesty that it doesn't have a proper release. I just dropped it. It's a great, great film. Then we have The Tomorrow War. It's an alright film. I enjoyed it. Get a bootleg, something that hasn't had a physical release. And then we have one here that, for the kids, it's Tom and Jerry the movie. I should put that in the kids section, but I shall keep it for them. It didn't live up to what it could have been. And then we have a film that I've not watched. I need to get round to it. These Final Hours. This is a German import release of the movie. Yeah, I need to get around to watching that one. Why I've not got to it yet, gets put on the shelf. I forget all about it. One that I can get rid of though. This Means War. Reese Witherspoon, Chris Pine, Tom Hardy. Yeah, it's not very good. And then I have here, I don't know why I picked it up. I just did. 3D version of Titanic because it had a nice glossy slip. I picked it up in CEX, and I think that's one that I can get rid of because now, well, I have the 4K of Titanic, and I have the standard Titanic release as well. Get rid of that one also. Don't need them. Keep it with Titanic. Do I need Titanic 2? No, I don't. This is actually a German release also. Yeah, but this was actually it weren't gifted to me actually. I bought something. I can't remember what I bought. I bought a film and I wanted that film and it was cheaper to buy it with someone giving this away with it than buy the film on its own, if that makes sense, on eBay. So that's how I ended up with Titanic 2. Because I went with the cheapest buying option. Cheapest buying option included this with it. But one that can go with Titanic. Obviously, it's not Titanic 2 in the sense a sequel. It's the boat is called Titanic 2. I think it's an asylum film. So that tells you all you need to know. Then we have Adam Sandler and Andy Samberg in That's My Boy. And do you know what? When I watched it last, I had fun with it. I enjoyed it. I quite enjoy the sort of mindless shenanigans of Adam Sandler at times. They're a good de-stress. They're a good way of coming out of my mind and just being dumbed down. Then we have from Eureka, The Tiger, and that's a keeper. It's a foreign language film, but yeah, it's going nowhere. Then we have the very first premium HMV premium collection release, number 1. Not the reason I bought it because it's number 1. I bought it because of the film that it is, and it is a film from 1954, and it is the giant ant movie Them. Yeah, so most definitely a keeper. I'm not doing very well on this shelf. I'll get rid of this one actually. No, I shouldn't. I need to watch it again. Time Traveller's Wife. I need to watch it again, most definitely, before I make a decision. It's been too long, but I cannot remember it that well. And I will keep this, and it is The Town with Ben Affleck. I did have 2 copies of it. I believe I gifted one to Matt some time ago. So that's a keeper. The next three, okay, these are not mine, okay, so don't judge me, don't pass judgment on these. Well, next three is 5 films. 5 film, well, it's them. Now, if I could, I would put them in that pile, but they're the wife's, and she wouldn't be none too happy if she saw her treasured Twilight Saga collection, whatever, go. I've never seen a Twilight film, never watched them, don't care to. I've seen clips, seen bits and pieces when it's been on, when my daughter got into them. Not for me. No way. No way. And then I'll keep this. It's a TV miniseries actually, and it stars Zooey Deschanel, and it is Tin Man. But I'll keep that one. From 88 films now, and I did upgrade the standard release to this release on purpose, and that is the Thomas Crown Affair, and I really enjoyed my watch of it when I watched it last a few months ago. I thought it was fantastic. I'd seen it when it first came out. And then we have John Malkovich, Banderas and Adrian Brody in the movie Unchained, and again, that's a film I've not watched. I'm inclined to think that it may well end up in the going pile, but you never know. But I like Adrian Brody, so I'll give that a go. One that's already gone, because I bought it doubled and I didn't realise that I'd bought it doubled, but I liked it, and it is Up in the Air with George Clooney and Vera Famigliari, or whatever her name is, who's in the Conjuring franchise at the moment, the primary Conjuring films. Then we have here, is this a 4K or is this a standard Blu-ray? It's Ultra HD, it is a 4K. It's a 4K version, yes. Yeah, so this film here I've already put in from another shelf, I believe. I did have it elsewhere as a standard version, and it's Time Bandits from Arrow Video. Obviously I will keep that. And I enjoyed this next film, and it is a film called Tag. I think it had a different name here in the UK, but you know, Ed Helms, Jake Johnson, Isla Fisher, John Hamm, Jeremy Renner. This is the one where he broke his arms, falling or something. But I had fun with it. Oh, another one of the wife's theory of everything, Stephen Hawkins. I don't like Eddie Redmayne at all. I think he almost, everything I watch him in, he seems to come across as though he is playing someone with special needs. That's harsh to say, I know, but he does. He comes across, when I watched Fantastic Beasts, I don't know if his character was meant to be like ADHD or something, but he just came across like he had special needs. And I have to question how she ended up getting pregnant with him while he was in this state and stuff. I don't know. Is that what happened? Anyway, it's questionable. Anyway, one that can go now, Talladega Nights. I like Will Ferrell, but some of his films I can sort of take it and leave them, and this is one of the ones where I can sort of more leave it than take it. And then we have Liam Neeson in Unknown. Now I think I need to give that a watch again. I bought it for 50p, so I should give it a watch, because I don't know. It's unknown what I will do with that one. So I've cleared the top of that shelf already. I've got through it all, as you can see. So now I'm going to progress onto that bottom one. We'll do the 2 shelves together, and then I use me 2 shelves to get done. So yes. So we'll do this pretty quick in a sense. So we have the Underworld franchise. Underworld Evolution, Underworld Rise of the Lycans, Steelbook of Blood Wars, and then we have Awakening. Very interchangeable with the Resident Evil franchise, I feel, especially the later ones. It feels like they were both made by committee or both made by conveyor belt kind of thing, and that a script could work for either, just with a few tweaks. The latter two, most definitely, are far weaker than the others. I like Kate Beckinsale, though. Obviously, I'll keep them. Bless me, sorry, I'm sneezing. It's probably the dust from these shells. Anyway, then we have Milla Jovovich, and this is probably one of the earliest, well, back when I first started with Blu-rays. It's Ultraviolet. I've got no idea how this film stands up. Probably a load of crap. It probably does, but I like Milla Jovovich. Next one I will keep, even though it's a cheap film. It's Nicolas Cage, and it's the story of the USS Indianapolis, the ship that delivered the atomic bomb for Hiroshima. And it was such a secretive mission that the ship sank. You know the story from Jaws, my favourite film, Jaws. But it's based on a true story. It's a true story of what happened. And yeah, Thomas Jane even has a small part in it. Next up, Unstoppable. I enjoyed this. It was a lot of fun. You know, Denzel and Chris Pine. So that's a keeper. Well, the next one I know straight away can go into the pile. And it's U-571. I like submarine films. I like World War II films. I've got the steelbook. Lovely steelbook for U-571. Keeper. The steelbook, I think, we did have a release in this country, then was pulled, I think, and then I imported it from elsewhere, as I recall. Another World War II film, Unbroken. There was a sequel made for it, but this was a decent film. It was directed by Angelina Jolie. It was good. And then we have here, double pack, and I want to say that I can get rid of these. I want to say that I can get rid of them because I have a thing with them both in. A Steven Seagal collection that have both of these films in it. So I don't need them on an individual release like that. So yeah, I will check that out, but I'm certain, and that will go. And then we have Underwater with Kristen Stewart, Vincent Cassel, and the naughty boy T.J. Miller. I've never watched it. I need to watch it. And then we have the sequel to, sort of sequel to The Fugitive. And I got a German release for it, and it is US Marshals with Tommy Lee Jones and Wesley Snipes. A keeper. Now this one has already made the thingy pile because I picked up another one, not realising that I'd had it. Uncle Buck, and this is part of the reason why I stopped going CEX, because it happens too many times. It started happening too many times. And then one that can go in that pile, and take my old DVD out, and it is The Untouchables. Yeah, I don't need to keep that because I have a 4K release steelbook for it. So Untouchables is a goer. And I was late to this film. It's got a good cast. You know, Daniel Radcliffe and James McAvoy. Victor Frankenstein. I quite enjoyed it. I didn't watch it when it first came out. It was years later that I watched it, and I thought, yeah, I picked it up cheap in Poundland. I thought, okay, I quite enjoyed that. And one that I'll certainly swap the case out for and get rid of, keep the case, Valentine's Day. I'm sure I can find something that would benefit from a lovely pink case. Okay, moving on. We then have National Lampoon's Vacation set, which contains the 4 National Lampoon Vacation films. Now, I'm inclined to keep this because I have 2 of the films in 4K anyway. The first one and the second one, Vacation and Christmas Vacation. However, I don't have, obviously, Vegas Vacation or European Vacation in 4K. Not ones that I'd want in... Oh, no. Sorry, I have the first and third in 4K, okay? Standard... Let me start that again, okay? I'm talking nonsense. I have the first and third films in 4K, that being National Lampoon's Vacation and Christmas Vacation. Second and fourth, European Vacation and Vegas Vacation respectively, I don't have in 4K, nor would I want them in 4K, nor was the second one getting a 4K release? I can't remember. But anyway, so I'll keep that for that very reason. And I shouldn't keep the next film, but because it's part of the franchise, I probably will, just for that purpose. Vacation itself. The Ed Helms follow-up film. Then we have here, from Germany, a copy of John Carpenter's Vampires, even though it says Vampire. Now I do have this on a double pack with Ghosts of Mars, but being a German release, I will just keep a hold of that one as well. Then one that I can get rid of, and it is Under the Skin with Scarlett Johansson. So that one can go. I won't rewatch that. And I will keep this one though, Tom Cruise in Valkyrie, World War II. It's been some time since I visited that. I should give it another visit. Then we have Valerian and the City of a Thousand Planets. I really liked the opening of this. I thought it was great, and then the film just went downhill. But, you know, got a lovely lenticular on it though. It really does. I'll keep that. That's bad, I'll keep it though. Then we have Toby Cabell, Brian, the veteran, that's going. See you later. Then we have Valentine the Dark Avenger, US import, I believe. Still sealed? No, it ain't still sealed. I thought it was still sealed then. Embossed on the cover, on the slip. Keep that. This is the wife's, okay, so I can't get rid of it. That's right. Victoria and, what is that? Abdul. And we have a Korean film called The Villainess from Arrow. Doesn't come with a book, or at least this version don't come with a book, I don't know. I think that's something I can get rid of. I won't rewatch that. The Vow, I won't rewatch. Channing Tatum and Rachel McAdams. Well, that would look good in a pink case, wouldn't it? But anyway. Then we have Nicolas Cage in Vengeance. He is the law. I haven't watched this Cage film and need to watch it, but I feel that that's one that I wouldn't rewatch. And I imported this from America, and I still get it's from did it from America? Yeah, it's a Region 1. And it is Kathleen Turner in the movie V.I. Wachowski. And I've not seen this in decades, and I remember I used to have the VHS of it, and in my memories of having the VHS, it made me want to sort of revisit it, so I imported it. That revisit hasn't yet happened. And we have Tommy Lee Jones in the other volcano movie, Volcano. Dante's Peak, Volcano, came out in the same year. Dante's Peak was the Pierce Brosnan and Sarah Connor one, Linda Hamilton, and you had this one as well. But this one I do prefer because it's just far more sort of stupid, shall we say. You know, it doesn't take itself seriously at all. Then we have Vantage Point, which, well, it's Dennis Quaid. I like Dennis Quaid, so I will keep it. And this film here, this film gets a bad rap, okay? And my old DVD was in there. That's what just fell out. This is a German import. Jamie Lee Curtis. Virus. But I always enjoyed it. You know, it's about that ship that's found and those people that are, you know, what are they called? They you know, they want to get the stuff. When you find a ship, what's it called? What's the word I'm looking for? You know, they find a derelict ship. They get to keep the stuff on board. An alien virus, computer virus has taken over the ship, and people are getting turned into these part machine things, and it's got some really good effects. in that it's, you know, old school effects and that sort of a thing, where people were turned into part machine, part human looking things. It's actually based on a comic book, believe it or not. It is based on a comic book that was done. So that's a keeper. Next one is a keeper. Actually, some of these are. So we have Warhorse. Okay, so I keep that because it's a good film. Steven Spielberg. Wyatt Earp, the other Tombstone. This film came out the same year as Tombstone. This was the Kevin Costner more biographical kind of version. Dennis Quaid is in this. Gene Hackman is in this. I like Tombstone. I like this one. Tombstone is more of a popcorn flick. This is more of a biographical feel to it. But it's a 3-hour Kevin Costner kind of epic movie. And I enjoy it. Then we have, I think this was on Netflix originally when I saw it during COVID, and that was Without Remorse of Michael B. Jordan, and I believe it's based on Tom Clancy novel. I've never read the novels. I know that the character was race swapped, I believe, but that has no impact to me whatsoever because I haven't read the book, so it didn't mean nothing to me. All I know is I quite enjoyed this film, and I wouldn't have minded seeing Michael B. Jordan back in a sequel for this as that character, you know. And that's how race swapping kind of feels to me now. After exploring it a lot and exploring myself and how I feel about it, I think you've got to take each one on its own basis. Yeah, I don't particularly like the practice, but if it's done with a character that I don't know or I don't care about, then I'm not going to care that that's the case. Hence this. And then we have what to expect when you're expecting. That's in the bye-bye pile. And then I have a Region 1 import of Waterworld. Yeah, I do have the 4K, but I'm inclined to want to keep this one as well. I don't know why. I'm just not being that tough at the moment with some stuff. Then we have Wrath of Man. I waited till it had dropped in price a bit. I felt that it was an okay film. I got issues with some of the story and how it works, and does it really work or does it fall apart? I won't go into that now. But, you know, I like Jason Statham. He's always quite a good watch, for me anyway, and so that's one to keep. We are getting there, we are getting there. Then we have Wolfman, and another one from the early days of Blu-ray. Emily Blunt is in this. I didn't remember that whatsoever. But yes, so this would have been like late 2000s, I'm guessing, this film. But yeah, so I'll keep that. Oh, if I can get that in there. And then one that can go, most definitely, for no other reason than I've got it already in 4K. That's The Wolf of Wall Street with Leo. And for some reason, I have got a spare Blu-ray in there. I'm not entirely sure how that has come about. That makes no sense whatsoever, which is strange, but yeah, odd. That's got to go. And then we have imported Wild Things, which I should get rid of, but I might list it on eBay at some point. Okay, I'm going to put it back on the shelf for now because I do have the 4K. But then I have Wild Things Foursome, which is the 4th film in the franchise that I picked up for pennies, still sealed as well. Yes, there was 4 films in this franchise. Okay, the first one's a pretty good film. Okay, I've got the last lot here. Grabbed them. So, Wanted, Angelina Jolie, James McAvoy, Morgan Freeman as well. I keep that. This was pretty good. Hawkeye and Scarlet Witch together in the same film. Jeremy Renner and Elizabeth Olsen, Wind River, and I got on with that quite well. I really did like it. And we have White House Down. I believe I have a 4K. No, I don't have a 4K. Sorry. I want to say I might have a steelbook for it, but I'm unsure. So because if I'm unsure, for now I will put that on there until I confirm that I do have. Then we have World War Z. Keep that. Warcraft the Beginning. Oh, sod it. Getting rid of it. Jet Li, Jason Statham, War. Should give it a watch. That's what I bought it for, and I haven't done it. And then we have Kate Beckinsale in Whiteout, which I shall keep. So we're going to end it there, because that's the shelf all done. Let me just put some stuff back on the shelf, and then we shall see how the shelf looks and how much of an impact, how much of a dent I have made on this one. Because, I mean, it's about a shelf and 3/4 worth there that I've gone through. Forgive me. Oh dear. Put them back. Okay, I'm going to be harsh here. I'm going to take that out of the slip, and I'm going to say goodbye to that Universal Soldier as well. I don't need that. Twilight Saga is there. That's got to go back because that's for the missus. And the shelf is done. So, as you can see, thereabouts, I've got that space left. I mean, look at all the space I'm accumulating. That's great. I'm collecting space. It feels great. So let's have a quick run through of the films that I'm getting rid of there and the reasons why. Again, just a recap. Okay, I am back, and I've had a count up, and it's 17 discs this time around, 17 titles. So let's have a quick run through of them in no particular order. Titanic 2. I got it for free anyway. Well, I never watched it. I'm not gonna. The Vow with Rachel McAdams and Channing Tatum. Talladega Nights. I like Will Ferrell, but not all his stuff works for me. That doesn't. Under the Skin, one-time watch only. The Villainess, I'm not going to watch that again. The Veteran, still sealed from, I'm not going to go get to it. Valentine's Day, I'll keep the pink case, I'll swap it out. But that's it. Universal Soldier, a great film, however, I have a 4K. Best Buy exclusive. I believe that was got for me by Lee Hills. Yeah, fantastic. And we have Warcraft, Poundland pickup, but yeah. Wolf of Wall Street. I have the 4K special edition version. What to expect when you're expecting rental version. Untouchables. Great film. Have 4K upgrade. Under Siege 1 and 2 double pack. I have them in a Steven Seagal box set. I need to check that one out. Okay, yeah. So regarding Steven Seagal, I have Under Siege 1 and 2 in this box set here, as you can see on the back. So it's the same discs as well. So I think what happened was that I had the double pack first, and then I got this quite cheap because I wanted Nico, Hard to Kill, Executive Decision, that sort of thing. So that's how I ended up with that. So yes, that Under Siege can go. U571, I have the Steelbook imported. Great film. Okay, it's not historically accurate whatsoever. It's a history revisionist movie, but it's a fun film. It's a popcorn film. Titanic 3D, because I have the 4K of Titanic, and this means war. This means war. Yeah, it's not a very good film. So there we go. They're the titles that are going today. I will check the prices on some, see what I can get on CEX for them. The rest will go into the other pile that I don't know what I'll do. I'll probably just offer them out. I'll probably put them online or something and say, anyone want any cover postage, and you can have sort of a thing, something like that. But yeah, so 17 titles there. Nice. Now I've got 2 shelves to go. 2 shelves to go, and I don't know whether I'll move into anything else after that. Time will tell. Anyway, that's it. Me done. I'm off. Thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Let me know in the comments down below. Any thoughts on the titles I'm getting rid of? Any thoughts on the titles I'm not getting rid of? Is there anything I should have kept? Is there anything I should have... Well, there's probably a lot. It's all subjective at the end of the day, isn't it? Anyway, I'm shooting off and I'll see you on the next one. Take care all. Goodbye.